Good morning. Olive and I just took our morning walk, and I noticed that there was a whole bunch of caterpillars crawling on the ground, and I was trying not to step on them. And then I came back, made my coffee, and I've been sitting here enjoying that. And then I look down at my leg, and I see... Can you see him? That's a caterpillar. And a moment ago, he was like on top of my knee and he was doing that, like dancing. And my response was, ah! It freaked me out. There was something moving on my leg. So, not much going on today. I don't think we're going to leave. It's really high winds today. I think up to 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. And we're feeling it. My van is rocking. So Olive and I are we're going to play a little bit. There's not going to be a whole lot of time for like outside time. Sitting out there, you get sand in your eyes and stuff. So considering going to town, not much in town, but there's a green park anyways, so even if it's windy, at least dust isn't blowing in our eyes. And maybe we'll take a walk up and down the streets there. There are some kind of cute little places, like very like vintage, like old hotels from maybe the 50s, and kind of there's some personality there. So let's yeah, why don't we go? We'll go take a look, see what they got. So I try to be a good grandson/son and send postcards, at least anywhere kind of special that I go. And it's challenging to keep up with it because, who writes letters and postcards anymore? Not that many people. But I try to be good about it. My grandmother is very up there in years, but very young, mentally, and she really appreciates it. And back in her day, she loved to travel. And my aunt works for an airline, and she sends her postcards when she gets a chance. And it's just something that she likes a lot. So I'm going to send a Mount Whitney postcard, which this is kind of funny because this is actually Mount Whitney. Here are these Alabama hills that we're in, so we're kind of back here a bit. So this is up higher than we are, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, that's not Mount Whitney, and yeah, it is. Ross and I have been thinking that Mount Whitney was the one that's right over here, and it looks like it's the tallest, so I assumed it was Mount Whitney, but it's significantly closer. This one is set back quite a ways. Mount Whitney is. So the whole time we've been thinking Mount Whitney was over here, but this is actually Mount Whitney. So whatever. 14,508 feet tall. So Russ and I decided not to stay here one more night. We're going to move on. I'm going to go visit the little town of Lone Pine. and then continue on to Bishop, which Bishop's a larger town. It's probably, maybe it's the biggest town in this eastern Sierra area. They don't even have Walmart, which surprises me, but they have Kmart, and they have several grocery store options, and they also have BLM camping there, so we might stay there, we might continue on, but oh, and Ross needs to do laundry, I think, and so if we stay, we might stay there. If we don't, we probably will continue up near Mammoth Lakes, and yeah, so this is a stressful time for this one here. It's not like moving day. She would definitely prefer if we stayed in one place. Bye, Mount Whitney.
My name's not Mount Whitney. Oh, so did you need rubber boots? Yes, you want your rubber.
There goes Ross. You know, Ross and I both kind of prefer to travel alone, together, but apart. Like we just catch up with each other at the next spot. It actually makes things less stressful, a little easier. All right, we are out on the road, and this place was probably one of my favorites as far as boondocking and the nature and just the beauty of it all. And for the most part, it was pretty quiet and peaceful, except there was a couple days, mostly on the weekends, that were a little busy, but still quiet at night. And last night I went outside to take Olive on her last potty, which was near 10 o'clock, and it was blacker than black. The moon is full, or just full, but it wasn't up yet, or is behind some pretty thick clouds. It was weird, like unnerving. Couldn't see more than a couple of feet in front of you. So anyway, it is a little sad to leave this place because I like it so much, but we've been here almost 2 weeks, and I definitely get that itchy feeling. I usually get it, you know, if it's a nice place, I can be good for a week, a little more than a week, maybe 10 days, and then I start feeling the itch. If it's not pretty, if it's in the middle of a flat desert somewhere, then after a day or two, I'm good to go. So we're out on the road, and I will show you where we end up. Hey, I apologize in advance for the wind noise. Very windy today. We're at the Film Museum here in Lone Pine, and from what I understand, there's been about 100 movies filmed here, and it started back in the silent movie era, I believe, and but tons of Old West movies were filmed here, and a lot of the John Wayne movies and big names like Gene Autry and Rita Hayworth and on, Errol Flynn, and yeah, all made movies here. So let's just take a look. We're not going to go in the museum, but we'll take a look around the outside. It's kind of cool. So this is a little green park that we've stopped at a few times here in town. It's right on the main street. They've got a little stream going through it, a couple of little bridges. It's cute. And also large dumpsters that are open for everyone to use. Here's a map of the town and the area around it. So here is the downtown area. Just take this road up. This is the way we went. Oh, actually, if you keep going, no, that goes up to Mount Whitney. Well, the road doesn't go all the way, but if you want to hike Mount Whitney, that's the way you go. And this is Movie Flat Road. And this is where we camped back in this area. I found the post office. Thankfully, I brought my postcards to drop off. Here we go. It'll probably take a month, but that's okay. This is Margie's Merry-Go-Round. It reminds me of things in the Wisconsin Dells from when I was a kid. But it turns out Margie's is now a Chinese lunch buffet. Probably didn't start out that way. I'm not sure what these are. I thought they might be wild roses, but I don't think so. But they smell really, really good. from a distance, I thought these were lilacs. They're just about the right color. I don't know what they are, but they smell really nice. Not like lilacs really, but and then there's also, I don't know if they're exactly the same, but white ones. They're a little less full, but pretty, really pretty. Well, we're back in the park. As you can see, it's still quite windy. We had a nice little walk through the town, and really enjoyed ourselves here at the Alabama Hills and Lone Pine, California. I look forward to coming back, and we'll see you guys down the road.